Who's your gardener here? Hello, YouTube. Well, I'm out here maintaining on my tomato plants. So this last week I had to work a double. Most of the week I'm exhausted, but I knew that these guys was getting away from me. When you vine tomato plants like this, you got to stay on top of them. You know, when I'm not working the double, which is unusual, I usually don't work doubles. You know, I come out every day, every evening, and I trim and I pull off suckers and all that good stuff, and I weave my tomatoes in and out of my cattle panels here. And it's 90-some degrees, and I still drink coffee. But anyways, so that's what I'm doing. You can see I've done this side. I've got a bunch of clippings down here. Most of the time I just pick them off with my fingernail. You know, it's pretty tender. If it's a great big fat sucker that come off the vine, you know, I'll get a knife after him. But usually the small suckers you can just take care of with your fingernail. So, starting to get some tomatoes. They looking good. Got lots of blooms. Got some little ones coming on. I'm just going to say, I think it's going to be pretty cool once it's all the way up and on the top. I'm anxious to see it. So, anyways, I brought you out here today to show you something. Sometimes a tomato plant will do this, and usually when it does, I just go with it and I let it do its thing. So let me set the old coffee cup down here. So I'm going to show you right here. This tomato plant has developed a split. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right here. See how that goes up? And then it shoots this way and one shoots that way. And you can't tell where the actual point of the plant is anymore. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll let it naturally pick the one that it wants to have as the very peak, and I'll discard the other one, and then sometimes I just let them go. You know, a sucker will produce fruits, but a lot of times it will also rob you from getting as many tomatoes too, I've found out. So I'm going to leave that one go, and I'm going to find out which one's the more dominant one, and I kind of think it's this one. And then I'll trim the other one off, and then I'll just continue on with that route and keep moving him up. But tomatoes are definitely coming along. They do have this upward curl. That is nothing to be afraid of, people. A lot of times you get an upward curl for several reasons. Sometimes it's lack of water, inconsistent watering, that kind of stuff. And I don't think that is my issue. Look at this guy. He's like, I don't know where to go, so I'm just going to bend right here. I'll have to get in there and fix him out. See, there's a sucker trying to form right there. And this guy right here is actually the sucker. Over here is the point of the plant, or the very top of the plant. So I'll pull that sucker there off, and then I'll get in here and I'll reroute that. But yeah, sometimes they'll make a fork like that, and you know, what do? You go with the best one, is what I've always done. I'm gonna take you over here and I'll show you a couple places where I had an issue like that. Okay, here's one here. So here is the main stalk right here, and it came up and it split right here. Now that's not a sucker right here in the middle. That's actually a fruit stem right here. You can see the little flower ends, but it split right here. And I went ahead and let it go. They were both strong. Shoot, those stems are as big around as my thumb. And what I did was I just spread them apart. I'm training this one to go up this way and this one to go up that way. And it's already making flowers. So, you know, sometimes it's okay to do that. Let's see, there's another one I wanted to show you. Maybe it's on the other side. I've got a couple over here, but let's find one over here that was a little more noticeable maybe. Okay, right here. I actually had a plant that failed in here. And so there should have been one about right in here. And I had one over here that did not make it. So what I did was I allowed this one to develop a sucker right here. It's hard to see because it's right behind this bar. And I routed that sucker this way, and I filled in where my other plant was going to be. And once again, I've already got some flowers on that one ready to go. I'm doing that currently right here on this one because I had a plant that failed right here. That's why you always plant more than what you need, people. Anyways, here is my shoot coming off, and I'm just routing it over, and I keep tying the tip of it down till I get it to where I want, and then I'll turn it and bring it up. So you can make tomatoes with suckers. So I don't want you to think you can't. You can actually pull those suckers off, the ones that I've been pulling off, poke them down in the dirt, soil. You could put them in a cup of water till they get some roots and plant a sucker, and it'll grow. But tomato patch is coming along, out here rerouting a week's worth of growth that I wasn't able to maintain. So something you got to keep in mind if you decide you're going to you do this vining process. I love the vining process. It's for a gardener, it's kind of gets you outside, get you in the garden. You know, you can see your plants. I've always said tomato plants are like ladies. They don't like their skirt to touch the ground, and they like the attention. So you got to come out here every once in a while and show them some love. See, here's a great big old sucker I missed earlier. Take him out. So, all right, hot day, man. It's in the 90s today. I'm drinking coffee, you know, in the garden. It don't get no better than this. So, the rest of the garden's coming along. Like I said, I really hadn't, this is the first time I've been out here all week. Looks like my cilantro is about to go to seed. Lettuce is doing well. Boy, look at these onions. They're starting to come along. Starting to bulb up some. Have to get in here and work some of that dirt away from it, make it easier for them. Got beets back in here. Lord have mercy, it looks good. Put my coffee grounds here last weekend. Put them over here with the onions, and they just went like gangbusters. It looks like a mess over here, but what this is the carrots right here. And then on this outside row, you can't see them, but these are watermelon radishes, and they'll bulb up and get big on us. So I got some spring onions still hanging on down in here. Been eating off of them. I got a mole I got to get. I noticed some moles over here by the garden. Man, I tell you what, I've been eating off of this. This is a type of Roma lettuce, and we've been eating off of this for, well, ever since early spring. and it just keeps producing. You know, I'm doing this, you know, cut and come back type stuff, but we've just been eating that like crazy. Got some kale. My wife likes to put that in her salad. So anyways, just out here in the garden, a little tomato video today. Peppers are coming on. So, all right, who's your gardener here? Lord bless. Have a good day.